If you are just slightly interested in starting an online business, whether that's a digital product business, physical product business, print on demand, drop shipping, any business at all where you're going to be your own boss, you are going to want to watch this video. I'm going to warn you about some rookie mistakes not to make that beginners typically make because they don't know any better. I'm going to help you to set some expectations and also drop some gems on how to be more successful. For those of you who don't know me, Wagwan, my name is Tabia, and let's move into the video. So the first topic of conversation that I'm going to bring up is a bit on the deep end. Okay, I'm about to drop the F-bomb, which is finances. Guys, if I did this video and did not talk about the financial aspect of running a business and it's a video for beginners, like what would I be doing? Okay, I gotta caution you here, sis. If you don't stay for the rest of the video, at least stay for the finance section, okay? So a lot of people don't have a good relationship with money before they start a business, right? So while they're collecting their paychecks, what they tend to do is they spend it all, right? They don't budget, they don't track expenses, they don't save a dime. So when they start a business, this unhealthy, toxic, neglectful relationship they have with money, they bring it over into their business. Problem is, you cannot afford to bring those habits into your business, right? So when you usually get your paycheck, they will pay their bills, do their hair, nails, go out, buy clothes, go on vacation, buy things that they can't afford, and they won't stop until that money is done. A lot of you guys know what it is like, right? So you have a survival mindset when you have a 9 to 5 that's not paying you a lot of money. So you are used to just using it all and finishing it because you're saying it's not a lot of money anyways, right? Now, when you start a business and you have this survival mindset where, the little that I have, let me spend it all, you are going to do the same with your business. So you're going to go from living paycheck to paycheck to living sale to sale. And you will always be able to justify spending money in your business. You're going to say, well, I need this equipment, or I need more inventory, or I need new products, right? So you're always going to tell yourself that you need something new. You need a new software, and you're going to clean your account out because that's what you practice doing when you had a job. And you're not going to think anything is wrong with it until the end of the year. If it was just down to you, like, do you, sis, do what you want with your money. But at the end of the day, at the end of the year, I should say, the IRS, they want their portion. So this money that you're making, sis, you have to pay taxes on that, even if your business is not registered. If you don't have an LLC for your business, what the government is going to do, they're going to use your social security to pay that tax. Okay? Like once you're making over a certain amount of money, the government already knows. Okay, Stripe sends them something, PayPal send them something, Shopify send them something once you hit a certain threshold. So you have tax obligations that you have to pay. Now, here's why you have to be super detailed with your finances, or organized is the word I was looking for. You have to be organized because how you pay taxes is you'll have your revenue that you generated minus your business expenses, and what's left is profit. You get taxed on your profit. Okay, now if you spend all the money that came into your business and you're supposed to pay the government 15%, 20%. I don't know how much you specifically will have to pay. You will have to do your research, but the more money you make, the higher the percentage go up. So yeah, you could do your own research and hit up a tax professional. I'm not a tax professional, not even close. So this is not me giving you like tax advice or whatever. But I'm just cautioning you, sis, that the IRS is coming, okay? And a mistake that a lot of people make is that they say to themselves, well, I made my first 20K, my first 50K so far in the business. I'm just going to spend it. I'm going to buy more inventory. I'm going to, go on vacation because I've been stressed and depressed, and finally I'm making some good money. So let me just go and have a good time. And you're just buying and the money's just coming in and you're just on this high. Okay, you're on this high of making the money, and you wake up and you know that you're gonna see another $1,000 deposit, a $3,000 deposit fresh in your account. And so you're going to be tempted to spend it, and you're used to that rhythm of every morning you wake up, you're seeing new money, new money, new money, that you're going to think it's always gonna be like this. And that's how the devil catches you, girl. That's how they get you because business is not a 9 to 5, sis. It's not your paycheck. Where every Friday or bi-weekly, you're going to get a check of this amount of money because you're putting this amount of hours. No. Business is much different, sis. What that means is if things are going good and you're making money, don't say, well, 3 months down the line or 5 months down the line, when that time comes, I'll just take the money from that month and give it to the IRS. That's like a natural thought pattern. You're not stupid to think this, but I want to caution you because sometimes you have fast season in business or something is trending, like the product you're selling, it's trending, right? And so you get like a rush of customers or people are on a buying high because it's December, etc., right? Then that point in time has gone and things slow down drastically. But here comes the IRS saying, sis, we need our money. But you took the money and you went into a penthouse. You took the money and you went on a girls trip. And then you've been going to the mall every single week and now you don't have the money. So I'm just painting out a scenario for you, okay? I have made the mistake of not being prepared for my taxes the first time around. So that's why I'm like, yo, sis, pay attention to this tax thing, okay? It is serious. So I'm going to give you a few recommendations when it comes to your finances. First thing, like I said, save in advance for taxes. As the money is coming in, right? You want to set aside whatever percentage you're supposed to set aside for your level of business. You want to set that income amount aside, that percentage aside in an account that you don't touch. Don't let your mother borrow that money. Don't let your boyfriend borrow that money. Don't take that money to go on no girls trip, sis. Don't take it to get your BBL done. That is the IRS money. Okay, so don't play with it. You don't want them sending you a bunch of letters, threatening to take your things and adding a bunch of interest on that money. And what else could they do? I think you could possibly go to jail. I know you could possibly go to jail, right? So yeah, so you want to set that money aside as the money's coming in and don't bet on money that you think is going to come in the future. Okay, that's the safest and best thing to do. And I'm telling you guys this from experience and from pain. The second recommendation I have when it comes to your finances is to have a financial routine. Track your business expenses, write them down, whether that's weekly, whether that's monthly, right? Because once again, your profits is what you'll get taxed on. Your business expenses lowers your tax. So even if you buy a pen, a pencil, whatever be the case, you want to make sure that you have a paper trail of that transaction, whether it's through receipts or your bank statements, and you want to have like a spreadsheet, right, where you write down all your business expenses. Okay, so maybe go to a tax consultant and let them tell you more in depthly what you should do to prepare for your taxes. Get a consultation or read up online, do as much research as you can on the topic of taxes and bookkeeping and preparing yourself for tax time. So what happened was I wait until the end of the year to track my expenses, and baby girl, it was like painting a house with nail polish brush, okay? A tiny nail. It was so tedious to be going over from January to December, and it's transaction on top of transaction on top of transaction. It was horrible, and I don't wish it on my worst enemy. So listen to me, since you're my business bestie, I'm telling you this, okay? Start doing it either weekly or monthly. I think daily is a bit tedious as well to be doing it daily, but at least weekly or monthly, sis. All right. Another recommendation I have when it comes to your business is to have your personal and your business expenses separate. Now, if you have an LLC and an EIN, you can basically get a business bank account. But if you don't want to get an LLC and EIN and get a business account, at least open another savings account in your personal name and then get 2 checking account. And what you're going to do with those is you're going to use the savings account as your tax account where you save that tax money we've been talking about, okay? And then you're going to have one for income. So all the money you're making online, have it deposit into one account. And it's from this account that you're going to take the money, send it to your personal account as your pay, put the tax money where it's supposed to go, etc. The other account you're going to have is your expense account. Your expense account is where you're going to be buying your courses from. It's where you're going to buy your office supplies from. It's where you're going to buy your inventory. It's where you're going to pay your website hosting fees and things like that, so that it's easy for you when tax time or if you get audited and things like that. So if you are also trying to get like a business loan and stuff, sometimes they ask you to see your bank statements, and you don't want them to see you bought Chick-fil-A February the 3rd, 2025, 2026, right? You don't want them to see your personal business, right? So have a separate spending account for your business, right? And the last finance tip that I have for you is going to be to get this book. Okay, did I hold it up properly? Oh my God, what is happening? It looks a bit weird. It's called Profit First. And this book was the first book that really taught me how to manage money from a business perspective and how to be profitable. Because one problem I had, right, was that no matter how much money I made, I didn't take home a lot. I would be reinvesting it into the business because I want to see the business grow. And so this book corrected my thinking about that you should be paying yourself, how to pay yourself, how to, handle your business expenses, etc., etc. So I got this one from Amazon, so I'll link it down below. And I highly recommend you read this, if you plan to make money outside of a 9-to-5. This book, I cannot recommend it enough, guys. Like, you guys need to read this. All right. The other topic I want to touch on that is very important is that you are the boss. Problem is, a lot of people, they make great employees, but they make horrible bosses. Reason being, when a lot of people work a 9-to-5, you have a boss that is threatening you to fire you if you don't meet company standards, right? If you come late too frequently, they'll fire you. If you don't perform on the level that they want you to perform, they will fire you. If you're not playing the role that they hire you to do, they will fire you. But when you have a business, if you do the thing or don't do the thing, who's gonna check you? Okay, who's gonna come to you and say anything? So that accountability is not there when you're running your own business, right? And so if you lack self-discipline and you're not a focused person, I'm not saying you can't work your way up there, but you definitely can. But if you're not, I'm just warning you that behavior cannot come with you into business. Procrastination can't come, laziness can't come, lack of self-discipline cannot come with you, because you will not have a supervisor that is there watching over you, making sure the job is getting done how it's supposed to get done. That's not going to happen, sis. You are the boss and you're going to have to act like it. People are attracted to business, right? Because of the blessing of being able to set your own schedule, not having to deal with alarms, doing what you want when you want, right? But the same thing that is a blessing can also end up being a curse, because a lot of people don't have that self-discipline. So when you have your own business, you have to operate in full accountability and integrity if you're going to last. Okay, imagine you wanted something from Walmart and it's 12 p.m. on a Monday and you go there and the store is closed because the owner didn't feel to open it. And that is how a lot of people that get into business start to run their business, especially when they make it to the full-time entrepreneurship thing. Oh, I don't feel like creating content today, so the content isn't going to be created. Oh, I don't feel like answering customer emails today, so forget about them people. I'm going out to enjoy myself because I'm making money. I'm my own boss. I could do whatever I want. And so after a while, those type of behavior, right, it compounds. And what it compounds into is deterioration of the business. Eventually, the business starts to go down, right? Because there is no big business that operates off of vibes. There is no big business that operates off of just going with the flow. There is no going with the flow when you have a business. But because people hear that when you're your own boss, you could do what you want when you want, they take it to heart and literally do what they want when they want. And like I said, there is a compounding effect of running your business off vibes, which is failure and deterioration of your business success. That's why a lot of people go full-time into business and have to go full-time back into the 9-to-5, because their mindset and behavior drag the business down to their level, right? I want to touch on something else when it comes to this topic. I'm trying to remember what. Another recommendation I have when it comes to like remembering that you are the boss, run your business with standards, sis. I know you can do what you want when you feel like, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't have schedule. You should have a schedule. What time am I going to get the content done? When am I going to get the content done? When am I going to post? What is my posting schedule for my business, right? When am I going to check emails? Okay, do I have templates for when someone email me in my business asking for this, that, and the third, right? Don't run your business off of vibes. Business is not luck. It is strategies and it is consistency. And once you allow your feelings to start running your business, you're going to fall off. Okay? You've been warned. So to summarize that whole tip of you being the boss is, don't let your blessing of working for yourself become a curse. Okay? Don't let your time freedom and the fact that you can do whatever you want when you want become a curse in your life. Set schedule, have due date, set alarms, operate in integrity, hold yourself accountable, and have discipline. Do what you want when you want because you can, okay? All right, so let's move on to the other tip. So the other tip that I have is that you should be playing the long game. Business is a long game. I know you see the clickbait titles with I made X amount of money in 30 days, 90 days, 1 week, 1 day. Baby girl, even though they made that in 30 days, in 90 days, their journey with entrepreneurship did not start 30 days. It did not start 90 days ago. Okay? Did I say ago? Whatever. Whatever. So you have to be wise and know that a lot of people, even if they start a new business and it takes off immediately, like if you check them, right? If you really check them, you'll find out they probably had 2 other failed businesses and they took that wisdom, take it into something new, and that gave them a launch pad to be successful really, really quickly in business. Now, I'm not saying it's going to take you 20 years to be successful, obviously. For me, it took me 6 months or 5 months for the business to be worth it to me, like making 10K and stuff. So it can happen, fast or fast to me. It could happen fast to you. But at the same time, even though it can happen fast, you want to have a long game mentality. And with that being said, I'm going to give you my first tip on this topic of playing the long game, which is do not quit your job, sis. I know you rolled your eyes, you sighed, you're like, sis, that's the whole point of starting a business. Yes, I get it. But your business is only a baby when it had just started. You don't have a human baby, right? And expect it to pay bills and to feed you and to contribute certain way because you understand that that baby is in infancy. It is the same thing when you have a business and it is fairly new. It is in its infancy stage. It is depending on you and your finances. If you start a business and you need the business to become successful like tomorrow, or today because you need that money to pay your bills. I thought I heard something and I'm home alone. Like, what is this? Let me go look through the window. Ooh, I don't know what that is, but so like I was saying, when you just start a business, it is in its infancy stage and you cannot rush your process or rush your business to be providing for you and your family as a newborn business, right? Give that thing time to grow. In fact, before that business give you any money, it will be depending on you to put money into it to grow it, right? After I launched my business with $400, right? Not gonna get into that. After I launched my business for $400, after that, I had to be using money to buy shout outs from big pages to like post my content and tag me so that people could know that my business exists. I was starting at zero, mama. So I had to do something to get those, eyeballs on my business and for people to know that it exists. Now, that was taking money out of my pocket. Even if I was making sales from those, which I was, it was almost like breaking even sometimes. So the mindset that you're going to start this business and you're not going to put anything in and you're going to get everything out, it is a lie. It is a dream being sold to you. In this world, it will never be nothing, okay, for something. All right. You got to plant something if you want to receive something. But this thing about planting as well, like playing the long game, like a farmer does not plant seeds today and come back today and see if the tree is already big and have fruits, right? You don't plant apple seeds today, come back by evening and see if you have an apple tree with apples bearing fruit on the tree. Like, absolutely not. And it's the same thing with your businesses. Give that thing time. Do not pressure your business and pressure yourself. Do you know how many people give up on their business and have to run back to a 9-to-5 because they did not give themselves enough time to succeed? When I was starting my business, I said to myself, listen, I'm giving myself 2 years to make any form of meaningful income. Right? And it happened that in 2 years, I made 300,000. But the mindset that I had was that I'm okay with doing this for 2 years, even if I make no significant progress. Right? And that put me in a relaxed state while going to school, working a job, and doing this business. Right? I launched a 6-figure business with 1 day off. What is your excuse? So if you think you need a bunch of time, as you could see, I already said, I didn't have a lot of time. I already said I started with $400. And that could be another topic within itself. Like, you don't need all the bells and whistles and things you think you need, right? You can literally start a business for $1,000. You could start for $500. Anything lower than that, I don't highly recommend it, but it is possible. When you start these businesses and you mentally give it time, You are relaxed. You're not rushing yourself for results. When you're thirsty for $1, when you're thirsty for money, because if you don't make money, your children are not going to eat, then of course you're going to be in a high stress state. You can't even function at that point because all you're thinking about is result, result, result. I enjoyed the process so much of building my beauty brand because guess what? I had a job. I was going to school. I was okay if it failed or succeed. So I wasn't thirsty for results because I had a job and I was in school, right? When you don't have options, right, you will be thirsty, and thirsty energy, it makes you impatient. It makes you anxious. It makes you stressed. You cannot enjoy the process of building a business if you are dead broke. Use your job as your first investor to invest in your business. Okay. And right now I'm throwing shade at the people that want to go out and get $50,000 loans and they don't know anything about business and thinking that loans is free money, going off of best case scenarios, right? Where they fantasize that they're going to launch a business and it's going to be so successful and the loan is going to be worth it. If you're trying to like set up a little online business, a little drop shipping, a little print on demand, what do you need a loan to do? You're going to have to pay that back, sis. So I'm just cautioning you guys to like be patient, be scrappy, be resourceful when you're starting these businesses, and be realistic. Like I understand the number one thing nowadays is to be the Lulu, but you need to give your business time. One of the mistakes that a lot of people make is that they bring themselves to square one when they start a business. So they have a job and that job brings stability and consistency into their life, right? They quit the job to pursue entrepreneurship. That business hasn't even made $500. Their living expense is $4,000, $3,000. And that business has not proven to even make $100. And you quit your job and you're starting from zero. Sis, that is not wisdom. That is not wisdom. If you say, well, the Lord told me, the Lord did not tell you to do that. For most of us, the Lord will never encourage us to leave our job, right? Because he encouraged us to walk with wisdom, and that is not wisdom. If you are at the level of stability and consistency, if all your job is doing is paying for your living expenses, right? And you start a business, don't put that survival mode on your business. Keep your job, start the business, have the business income start matching your 9-to-5 money that's coming in. And then you're going to take the money that you're making from your business and you're going to save it, right? You're going to save a portion of it, not for taxes, not for anything, for you, so that you can be comfortable. So that if 2 years pass of you having a job and running a business, or a year pass with you having a job and running a successful business, you have a lot of money saved up that if you want to quit, you have backup money in case emergency or something goes wrong, right? You have your job that's taking care of your living expenses, and then you have your business on the side that can pay for like a vacation. It can pay for something that raised the standard of your living, right? So maybe all your business, your 9-to-5 could do for you for now is just take care of your living expenses, right? And then your business is going to add to that and let you be able to live more comfortably. What a lot of people do is they start the business, right? And they let go of their job. Now they're back at square one. So they need the business to take care of bills. They need the business to take care of emergency. They need and that's too much pressure on a little business that's just starting. So this is just my opinion, guys. This is just how I did it. And this is just how I'm encouraging you guys to do it, right? I quit fairly quickly though, like 6 months into the business. I was trying to keep that job for as long as possible, but my bosses got, disrespectful. And when you have money, you have the option of walking away. And after that, I just went really hard in my business and it paid off. I started making 10K, 15K. And at the time, that is way over what I was making working part-time as a college student. So it wasn't much to let go off of. I don't have a child. I don't have responsibilities at that time. So it was easy for me to do. So you want to take into account things like your responsibility. Are you a father? Are you a mother? How much is your living expense? Do you have to pay insurance? Are you a sickly person and you need the insurance from your job to take care of your medical bills? Like, these are some things that people don't think about before they just say, I want to quit my job. Like, nothing is wrong with having the desire to quit your job. That was my number one desire why I started a business. I wanted back time for myself. More than I even wanted money, I wanted time. But we have to use wisdom. We have to make sure that we let go the right time off of our job. I'm for quitting your job, but quitting at the right time and not quitting and then going back to ground zero. You want to be able to add. The business should be adding to your life, not supporting and taking away from your life, if that makes sense. Now, I have a book that I wrote about launching a business. I will link it down below. It is not advice like this, like mindset and da da da. It's more technical, like how do you find a vendor? How do you come up with a business idea? How do you market your launch? How far in advance should you market your launch? What are strategies to make sure that you make money from day one in your business? So it's a very technical, strategic book. And it also comes with some bonuses like free vendors, how to set up your LLC, things you should know before doing that, getting your business to be legit, all types of stuff, girl. And I'll link it down below. So yeah, you could check those links that I put below this video. And I'm Tabia once again, and bye.